Previously on Boruto, Naruto Next Generation, a lot of events are in motion. Boruto continues to struggle with the ghost of Momoshiki haunting him, threatening to one day possess his body fully. Even though the upload of Momoshiki's DNA into Boruto was halted, it's still mostly there. Meanwhile, Amado is trying to foster the peace between Ada and the Leaf Village to keep her from being an enemy, something that Shikamaru initially put on the table, but it's hard to tell if it's a great idea or not. We also have Code, who has unlocked his limiters thanks to Amado, and is now dividing the Ten Tails up into a horde of minions, essentially, that he can exert his will over. Not to mention Kawaki is starting to become a lot more volatile, showing that ultimately he only cares for Naruto's safety, and not much of anything else. What'll happen next? Join me as I find out, won't you? A cute little depiction of Sarada, although, I don't know, I never really jive with this outfit. I feel like her outfit in the anime just looks a little bit nicer. So this is Boruto Naruto Next Generations number 73, a special mission. Oh yeah, Sarada and Mitsuki had run up on Boruto saying that they had a mission coming up. We pick up at the office of the Hokage, with Sarada, Mitsuki, and Boruto walking through the halls. Sarada questions, what could it be? A mission only our team can carry out? We've been out of action for so long. This is quite sudden. It must be something big. Boruto suggests maybe it's as simple as Uncle Shikamaru finally realizing that we're the most brilliant team in the whole village. Mitsuki adds, Kawaki will be with us, so it'll be the launch of the new Team 7 this time. And as Boruto opens the door, there is Kawaki, Sumire, and Shikamaru. I think this is the first time Boruto has come face to face with Kawaki since, Kawaki, killed him. I don't know, I'm using air quotes. He literally stabbed him in the chest. Oh, right. Boruto even thinks, speaking of which, this is the first time I've seen him since I came back to life. Kawaki says to Boruto, yo, I can't believe you revived yourself. Talk about a shock. Boruto simply says sorry for all the fuss, but as you can see, I'm perfectly fine now. Sumire has a very worried look on her face. She thinks back to what Kawaki had said to her previously, asking, you're not gonna condemn me for killing Boruto? She gazes over at Kawaki, but ultimately doesn't really say much. She then regards Boruto and says, you're definitely looking well, Boruto. I'm so relieved. Boruto simply responds, class rep. Sorry to have worried you. Sarada also says, long time no see. But Kawaki gazes at the happy scene and just seems to stare. Hard to really gauge what his look there is for. Is he kind of questioning, is Boruto still a threat? Or is it something else? Man, I didn't even notice Konohamaru was here. I don't think any of the previous scenes actually showed that he was in the room. Weird. But Konohamaru says, okay guys, enough fun for the day. Sorry for the sudden summons, but let me jump right to the heart of it. I wonder if Sumire is going to be involved with Team 7, or is she just here as an observer like always? Shikamaru states, Konoha Village is dealing with various issues right now. Well, that's true for any village all the time, but Konoha's been subject to especially perilous situations lately. First, Boruto. For quite a while now, we've had no idea when Momoshiki might take over your consciousness and run amok yet. Not only have we not found any concrete solutions, your physical body now has become completely Otsutsuki. Boruto is hesitant and says, I'm not liking the sound of this. Shikamaru continues. Next, you, Kawaki. Not that you were ever docile, but now that you got karma back, plus Ishiki's abilities, you're an entity that we can no longer control at all. Basically saying, if you choose to go rogue, yeah, we can't stop you. Even if, unlike Boruto, there's no risk of Ishiki actually possessing you anymore, from the standpoint that we can't keep that power in check. Frankly, as the ones responsible for maintaining the peace and order of this village, we have to treat you as a threat. Ooh. Shikamaru, where you going with this, buddy? Sumire's got an uneasy look. Kawaki shouts, hey, Why don't you just come out and say it? But Mitsuki tries to defuse the situation, saying, let's not get defensive. Sarada chimes in, what Master Shikamaru is saying is the plain truth. It's the current state of Konoha. He's just making sure we know that. Shikamaru adds, that's right. I feel bad having to put it so bluntly to you, but Konoha is currently bearing these 2 giant bombs right now. I mean, weren't you always? Naruto and Sasuke were already, pretty massive weapons of mass destruction too, but they weren't Otsutsuki level threat, you know? When it comes to Naruto and Sasuke, it's just like Otsutsuki, it's just like, oh god, that's a whole nother level right there. So I want to start off with all of you fully aware of this, he says. There's more. Amado called not too long ago. We don't know his fate after Code abducted him, but it seems he's okay. Kawaki scoffs. He survived? Persistent bastard. Shikamaru states, we still don't know exactly how he got out of danger, but in the process, it seems he rescinded the limiter suppressing Code's power. Sarada is shocked. Boruto says, damn it. What is wrong with that old man? Shikamaru adds, it was unavoidable. I'm sure it was unavoidable. In any case, with his full power restored, I hear Ko's strength exceeds even Jigen's, whom it took both Naruto and Sasuke together to drive back. Sumire is also shocked, saying, no way. Shikamaru says, then again, it should still be less than Otsutsuki Ishiki's, so while he's definitely a formidable foe, we should be able to deal with him. Okay. Sarada questions, don't tell me our mission is for us to take down Code using Boruto and Kawaki's Otsutsuki powers. And that's the conclusion I would come to too, but Shikamaru says, no, that's not it. Yesterday, when Code attacked us in Lab 3, a certain woman showed up. Sarada questions, a woman? Shikamaru explains, her name is Ada. Some of you may have already heard, but her ability instantly enchants everyone in her presence and renders them powerless. Mitsuki repeats her name, Ada. Shikamaru states, even I couldn't do a thing. It was a first for me. Delta and I could have dealt with just Code, but Sarada is stunned. And Mitsuki asks, then how are we supposed to stand against someone like that? Shikamaru adds, we only learned this afterwards, but there's a hole in her ability. Apparently, Otsutsuki are immune to its effect. Sarada realizes, you mean, Shikamaru adds, at the present, Boruto and Kawaki, these 2 bomb brats Konoha is harboring, are our one and only battle asset against Ada's ability. The bomb brats. I love that title. The bomb brats. Sumire is stunned. Sarada realizes, so our mission is to take Ada down. Shikamaru adds, nope. That's not it either. Stop beating around the bush, Shikamaru. And while Sarada questions this, we pick up on the train heading to Konoha with the family trip of Amado, Ada, and Damon. While Damon is vigorously picking his nose, it seems Ada is observing the events going on in Konoha and says, I wonder what Shikadeer is planning. Honestly speaking, it's the relationship between Ada and Shikamaru that's a little bit more fascinating. But I like the fact that Shikamaru is actually kind of getting some play here. Shikamaru has kind of been not that much of an entity going forward, but Shikamaru is fully kind of taking control of this situation. I don't know, I just kind of like it. But Amado hears Ada and doesn't really respond. Meanwhile, back in Konoha, Sarada questions, what do you mean? First Code, now Ada? Looks like a heap of problems. So what are we supposed to... But Boruto butts in. Quit holding back. Tell us what our mission is. And I'm got it with Boruto here. It's just like, Shikamaru, spit it the fuck out. Shikamaru says, relax, I'm getting to the crucial part now. Ada originally showed up in front of us as Code's ally and collaborator. However, Maya and Amado's plan bore fruit, and as a result she cut her ties with Code. Sarada is shocked. Kawaki is speechless, but then says, what do you mean? Shikamaru explains, essentially Code is now on his own. He may have regained full power, but he lost his powerful comrade. Boruto says, wow, that's great news. But Sarada questions, cut ties, but then what's Ada's status now? Shikamaru states she's currently heading here, to Konoha. The kids are shocked. Kawaki questions, you mean she jumped ship to our side? Shikamaru states, that's right. And there lies the issue. All skills and jutsu are powerless thanks to her ability, and the Hokage's power and influence mean nothing to her. She doesn't need to follow anyone's orders. If she wanted to, it wouldn't be difficult for her to take over not just Konoha or the Land of Fire, but the entire world. I'm not exaggerating. That's how much freedom she has. Which still gets me, because I'm just like, you guys introduced a hell of a character. How do you deal with this? Boruto swallows nervously. Shikamaru says, you get it, right? We've got to avoid making an enemy out of her at all costs. And to that end, I devised the next mission of yours. Is this like, make her happy? Become friends with Ada. Operation Friendship. Shikamaru says it wouldn't be an overstatement to say that it all hinges on your actions, whether Ada ends up as a friend or foe to Konoha. Sarada questions, what do you want us to do? Shikamaru simply says, cohabitate. Sarada says, Boruto questions Mitsuki, what's cohabitate mean? Mitsuki simply says, live together. Kawaki states, you're kidding, right? Konohamaru finally chimes in, saying, not at all. We're being absolutely serious. Listen, it's not gonna be some ultra fun Team 7 barding house. The only ones cohabitating will be Boruto, Kawaki, and Ada. What? Oh no. Shenanigans. Sarada, Boruto, Kawaki, they're all just like, what? What? Even Ada is over on the train, just stunned, hand to mouth. Amado says, what's the matter, Ada? And she simply says, living together? From the get-go? Well, back at the Hokage's office, Kawaki says, that ain't funny. What for? Boruto questions, yeah. You don't have time for fun and games. Sarada states, hold on, I think I got it. The mission's goal is surveillance, right? Shikamaru says, good intuition. Correct. I've already explained Ada's level of risk. Normally, regulations would dictate that she be monitored. However, our usual methods would likely end up getting compromised, because there's a chance that the Watchers would voluntarily do things that are favorable to her. It makes a lot of sense when he laid it all out, and from that standpoint, it's just like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It's basically two weapons of mass destruction monitoring another more volatile weapon of mass destruction. It's bombs watching bombs. It's like, from that standpoint, it's just like, okay, so you two are probably the most powerful things in the world right now. Ada has the potential to take over the world, and the only ones immune are you two bombs. So, we need you two bombs to watch this one bomb, because we have no way of stopping this one bomb. You two, it'd probably take a lot of bloodshed and hard work, but we might be able to take you two. Her, no. Nobody in this world can resist her. Shikamaru states, even if Ada herself didn't deliberately try anything, in that respect, Otsutsuki won't become captives of her. Thus, only Boruto and Kawaki can fill those roles. Boruto questions, so we're to be her watchdogs? To make sure Ada doesn't stir up mischief? Shikamaru states, that's right. In any case, at the very least, determine how willing she is to cooperate with Konoha. Kawaki, not knowing that Ada is desperately in love with him, questions, what did I do to earn this? Besides, what if she decides she decides she's not on board with this plan? Shikamaru states if that's the case, she'll have to give up her chance to be allowed inside Konoha. This is a safety measure that we cannot budge on. Mitsuki questions, but isn't that too forceful a starting stance? Shikamaru states, well, we don't want to do anything to piss her off, of course, but we need to draw the line somewhere. We'll end up tightening the noose around our own necks if we give her the upper hand with a weak deal. Besides, I have a feeling she'll be game about this cohabitation proposal. Of course, everyone's clueless, and Mitsuki questions, any specific grounds for thinking so? Ooh, is Shikamaru gonna spill the beans? Oh, he does! Ew! Shikamaru says, it's awkward for me to say this, but since it's crucial to the success of the mission, it just got a crush on you, Kawaki. And of course, everybody's like, what? Sarada's even like, For real? Ada is just over on the train, blushing up a storm. She says, you said it. Shikadeer, how could you? Amado questions, huh? What happened? What have they been talking about since earlier? Damon goes and hugs his sister and listens to her heart and says, whoa, you okay, big sis? Your heart's dumping out of this world. Ada simply says, I might die before we reach Konoha. Now, don't worry, Damon. It's fine. In fact, it's more than fine. This is exactly what I've been seeking. Right now, I'm truly, fatally in love. Oh, God. Oh, how did it come to this? Even Amado's just looking over like, what? Shikamaru states, this is Ada's number one reason for her coming to Konoha. Kawaki, I don't want to intrude on your private life or personal feelings, but just be really careful how you react to her. I ain't exaggerating when I say that Konoha's future hinges on your conduct. And Kawaki's like, damn it, for real? Like, what? But Boruto asks the $1,000,000 question. Hey, any ordinary person crushes on Ada, right? So she's got a huge pool to pick from. Why go after Kawaki on whom her ability doesn't work? Sumire chimes in and says, this is purely guess on my part, but isn't it a bit distasteful to think that someone likes you because of an innate ability or some jutsu of yours? I think that this Miss Ada wants to experience a completely ordinary romance. Not that I know for sure. Ooh, Sumire hit the nail on the head. See, I think it's interesting because they show that Ada listened to this, and you don't see a response for her, but I think Sumire basically understood. Kawaki states, I don't get it. That's just plain illogical. Maybe she's stupid? Shikamaru chimes in and says, by the way, you should avoid saying bad things about her. Ada can see everything and hear it all. She has those abilities too. Of course everyone's stunned. Boruto says, what? Kawaki says, the heck? And Sarada says, no way. Are you serious? Shikamaru explains, she might not be watching us this minute, but it seems she can also replay past events, like skimming through a video recording. Boruto says, for real? That's way beyond cheating. Shikamaru adds, at any rate, everything being said here should be considered leaked. Of course, I'm disclosing your mission to you knowing that, so the diplomatic maneuvering has already begun. Right, Ada? Ada, of course, hears this, but doesn't really respond. Kawaki says, so in short, you want us to monitor Ada and play nice with her as much as possible. Yep, says Shikamaru. That would be the most appreciated by we of Konoha. Kawaki is of course displeased, saying, I really don't like this. I'd much rather throw myself a code. Shikamaru then also adds in, be that as it may. It's downright impossible to nail down that bastard's location, but if we can gain Ada's help, we'll know his movements precisely. It would be a huge advantage. Honestly, you never know where code's coming from, and with Ada, at least you'll be able to just deal with it a little bit better. Konohamaru states, and you, Boruto, your job doesn't consist of just monitoring Ada. You'll be there to mediate between Kawaki and Ada too. So you're babysitting them essentially, making sure things go smoothly. Of course, Boruto's like, what? Shikamaru states, we can't see Kawaki managing all of this alone, so it might seem overblown, but remember, the two of them not hitting it off means that Konoha's future is in peril as well. Boruto starts sweating, saying, no way. Shikamaru doubles down, saying, that's the attitude you should have. Got it. And Boruto gives the most Naruto look he's ever given, saying, this mission is annoying. Just narrowing those eyes. He has never looked more like his father. Konohamaru then addresses Sarada and Mitsuki and says, in addition, Sarada and Mitsuki, you'll be watching the three of them from outside, together with me. Shikamaru states, your main job will be sending us status reports, but you're to jump in and defuse the situation if any trouble breaks out. Wipe your teammates' butts for them, as it were. You're the cleanup crew, guys. Since we have no idea when Boruto might run amok again. This sucks. This is a sucky situation for all parties involved. It's just this weird chain of, it's just like, Ada's coming, Kawaki, make nice with Ada. Boruto, make sure Kawaki makes nice with Ada. Mitsuki, Sarada, you make sure that nothing happens in that house. Shikamaru states, that being said, how much Ada's influence will affect each of you is still an unknown factor. The Century Unit will be continuously supporting you, but report any odd behaviors you see in each other right away so we can deal with it. Sarada doesn't know what to say, but Mitsuki just says yes, sir. Shikamaru adds, listen, no matter how difficult the situation you're in, there's an order of priority to the actions you ought to take, and the more extreme the circumstances, the faster you need to determine what that is. And as advisor to the Hokage, that's the overwhelming bulk of my work. Thus, to tackle the issue that we need to resolve preferentially, I came up with this plan. I'm not asking whether you can do it or not. Rather, it's will you do it or not? And of course, with determination in his eyes, Boruto says the answer's obvious, since there doesn't seem to be any options to say no. It really is look, it's either this or nothing. It's either you do this or you have an army of your friends and loved ones going after you, doing Ada's bidding at every turn. It becomes Night of the Lustful Dead. Oh, okay, I was wondering where they were. You got Sasuke and Naruto standing on the roof, and Sasuke says it's not just Ada and Kawaki. Boruto is the target of the monitoring too. This is glorified house arrest, though if you've authorized it, I have no say in the matter. I mean, what other option is there? Freaking glorified ground zero. Naruto simply says both Boruto and Kawaki are the type to rush into a fight even against someone they have no chance of defeating. They wouldn't meekly obey if we ordered them to stand aside. You're one to talk. By assigning them a mission and giving them responsibility, you put them cleverly under control. It's a very Shikamaru-like ploy. This is true. You've given them a duty, you've given them a purpose, that keeps them out of trouble, or doing something reckless. Naruto adds, at least we'll know what they're up to. Better than them dying who knows where. Meanwhile, in the office, Shikamaru adds, listen, anything could happen on this mission. There might even be times where you won't be able to wait for orders. In such case, you have leave to play it by ear within your respective role. It's basically, do what you gotta do. Oh, whoa. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't even notice that at first, but nobody really seems to notice except Kawaki that Momoshiki is just there next to Boruto. But Kawaki does notice this, and he gazes over at Boruto, but then Boruto notices him looking at him. He just turns to Kawaki and says, huh? What is it? But Momoshiki is gone, and Kawaki says, just now, I wonder if he's gonna tell Boruto. Oh, Shikamaru seems to have noticed it too. He's got this face like, the hell was that? And Naruto turns to him and says, what's the matter? Sasuke says, never mind. But he thinks to himself, this. And I guess he thinks back to when he, saw that Momoshiki's essence hadn't fully dissipated. He thinks to himself, this feeling is similar to that day. I wonder, what does that mean? Is Momoshiki's presence growing stronger within Boruto? But on the train, Ada is just hugging Damon and says, Shika dear, you have such intriguing ideas. Fucking hell. This is going to be wild. I won't lie, I'm interested to see where this goes. But there's the one spanner in the works. You'll have Boruto, Ada, and Kawaki all in the same place. But you'll also have Damon. How is that going to work out? Damon can be nice, but he can also be a brat. So that could be a problem too. But this is a good way of having some filler shenanigans for the anime. Not that they don't have plenty of that. But I don't always hate the filler. It's just the downside of the fact that a lot of the side characters don't get any time to shine anywhere else. Hell, when's the last time we saw Chocho in the manga, or Metal Lee? Hell, even the Konoha 11 in general don't have a lot of screen presence in terms of the manga. This was mostly just recap, but it's a way of getting everybody on the same page, making sure everyone's appraised of what's going on. Although, with everything that's happened, it's odd that they included Sumire, but she has all this information already. Honestly, it's been a consistent thing of me being like, isn't it kind of weird that Samira is here? It's kind of weird that she keeps being included in these moments, but I ain't mad at it. But man, once this cohabitation starts up, it's gonna get wild. But then there's the whole thing of Momoshiki, and now Kawaki is seeing Momoshiki, and what does that mean? What is Momoshiki up to? And Sasuke knows something is up. Is it possible that Ada could sense Momoshiki, or maybe that'll be another blind spot for her? Ooh. A lot's about to go down. Tell me your thoughts in the comments section below. Are you ready for the real world of Konoha? Is it going to play out like a sitcom or a reality TV show? You decide. But also remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.